Ah, isn't this nice? Yes. I'm looking out for number one, honey. You know who number one is? Who's number one? It's
Well,
you.
man,
It's you and me.
many mellow moods.
Listening to
Bachman Turner.
WFDU this morning.
I didn't think Bachman Turner.
Our station for animal rescue product placement. So far, we've heard only one of our ads. We've caught it. Because we don't listen all day, right? So we heard Save a Fox Rescue. And we heard it twice yesterday. But now we're waiting to hear some other ones. Ugh. I'm dying to hear Tabby's Place, where John says, meow, at the end. Yes.
I'm Duff Sheffield. This is Duff Stuff.
Come on, Duff.
Yeah,
Where's my ad?
On a Tuesday. I'll be here at 1 o'clock.
Nice, playing some Rolling Stones undercover. Want to talk to you about your dream last. Oh, stop! You know we were going to talk about it. It's like ridiculous. I was just trying to make you laugh. I wasn't being mean. You were being kind of mean. Well, you're really doing great because we're not on the internet, really. And she's kind of running wild with her usual springtime self-promotion. He's talking about Maypang. It's crazy. Why? What is she up to? What else can she do? She's got her documentary out. She's running around with the same fucking 9 photographs that she owns of you. I mean, she goes all over the place and she shows off these same photographs everywhere she goes. It's like, this is so boring. I feel for that girl. I know. You had another rough dream last night because it's that time of year, you know. A lot of pain in the air, leading up to the crucifixion. Yes, indeed, that is true. Yeah. What am I allergic to? That your body is detoxing, and sometimes it manifests itself in different syndromes. Don't sweat it. I got you covered. Take extra oregano oil, and you'll be all right. All right. So what else are we talking about? Oh, so you had the dream. Right, I woke up from another bad dream last night, and I don't remember what that one was about. But then John immediately said, "Come, let's go back to sleep. I'll knock you out. Let's put on my favorite meditation tape, and we're gonna go out." So we put on Anthem to Soul, and sure enough, I pass out. I wake up this morning, and he's giggling, giggling away. Stone still on, yeah. And you know what he's laughing at? You got to see this dream that he gives to me then. So this dream was to cheer me up. I dreamt that I was on vacation at this place, and so was John. But every time I turned around, he was gone, and some fan was talking to him. And he would like shrug at me from across the room and be like, "What can I do? They're the fans. I have to keep them happy." And I was like, all right, fuck it, man. I'm going to the pool. You make your fans happy. I don't want to fucking deal with them. I am sick of your fans, right? Sicko fans, right? So, what are we doing? Oh, so, finish his story. All right, well... So I'm in the pool, and actually I'm up on a diving board, and I'm like, I couldn't figure out how, I was like scared. I was having trouble climbing the ladder of the diving board, and then John comes up behind me and just like kind of gooses me and like flips me over into the pool. And it was a very far drop, but it was very effortless, and I was like, oh, that was fun. That was great. And I come up out, and I knew it was John that helped me to make the dive. That's right. So I come up out of the water, and I was happy because I was like, oh, he's here finally. He left those fans, and he's going to hang out with me. Right. See, now I don't remember what we were up to in the story. I helped you off the diving. He got me off the diving board, and I dove in the water, and it was really fun. And then I looked for him again. And I see him over by a hot dog stand, but instead it's like a little tiny person standing next to him. And I could tell he's kind of like trying to be nice to the person, like help the person to order a hot dog. So I'm like, how did he get over there already? He just pushed me into the pool, and now he's all the way across the fucking pool to the other side of the... So I get out of the water and I walk over there, and he's kind of looking at me like, oh, you looking good, baby. Like, winking and shit. And I'm like, who is this person that you fucking... Look like a little child as I get closer and closer. It's a little Chinese kid, a little Chinese girl with Down syndrome, unmistakably Down syndrome. Are you laughing again? Because it wasn't funny. He was laughing when we woke up from this, and I realized he was saying that she was May Pang, and that she, she's kind of retarded. All right, this is terrible. Yeah. This is terrible, yeah. That's my sense of humor, though. Well, not really. Hold on. Where's my ad for the cats? Oh, forget it. So I says, but I didn't realize until after I woke up that it was May Pang. And he was laughing. But I was just like, are you okay? I'm like saying I said, where's her parents? I wasn't making any connections in the dream. I was just like, I got the feeling that he was helping this little retarded girl to order a hot dog. There's some symbolism in that. Wow, really? You're the hot dog? Yeah, I see that. Honey, that's all there is.
And when I was 12 years old, my daddy took me to the circus. The greatest show on earth. There were clowns and
I took her to the circus. She was like a little girl. I took her to the circus. You get it? What are you? You're crazy. It's unbelievable the way you do these things. Yeah. And I feel bad. She's like a little girl that I left at the circus. Like I lost her at a concession stand. Do you understand? A little retarded girl. Oh, this is so sad. I feel like crying right now. Chris, do you hear this? It is the saddest thing. I am like crying for this girl. And you wake up laughing about this dream? She's a grown woman. She's 10 years older than you, right? Time to wake up, May. All right, May. It's not too late. All right, I am sick to my stomach. Are we airing this? Yes, we are. Look, I was laughing because I laugh at stuff, Lena. That's what I do. Yeah, you do. Nothing is that serious, life or death. You don't think it was slightly clever the way I pulled that off in the dream? And, well, the only reason I woke up is because then you were hysterical laughing, and I couldn't understand why you were laughing at this retarded kid. And I was also annoyed because I was like, now we have to deal with this retarded kid all day. And we can't be on vacation like a regular couple. Are you picking up any of this symbolism at all? Of course I'm picking it up, John. I'm not retarded like the kid in the thing. And also, I don't think she's retarded. She seems like she is making herself retarded in this. Her family needs her. Wake up. That's all I'm saying. She's got to wake up. She follows this page. We just hit the 9 too. Yeah. And I'll say it at 9:09. Wake up, May. Let me get a bell if I could. Oh, okay. As long as we're doing something that is helping her, we are. We're not being mean. Wake up, May. It's John. Lena's John. Not yours, Lena's. All right, honey. I wanted that woman to have love in her life and to move into we were not meant to be together. That's the bottom line. She was not my soulmate. we used each other for, and then it was over. That's all. But like I said, like a little kid, I took to the circus, and oops, I left her there, and oops, I never went back for her. And yeah, I called her a couple of times after I went back with Yoko, because I checked on her. Like, you all right there? I'm a human being. I didn't dump her like a big, you just almost said hairy bastard. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking of, but like a big hairy bastard? Well, hey, look, we're all we're all in this together on this earthly plane and in the universe, but we're all in this on our own too. And the fact of the matter is, I can tell you definitively, she was not in love with me. She was not in love with me. There's no way she could have been, because she didn't really know me. Geez, what is this girl doing right now that you have giving me this dream? Should I be checking on her page? Absolutely not. She's just doing the usual. She's making the rounds. She's running around the world talking about how she screwed me for a year, basically, and then spend the rest of her life finishing the job in the media. Yeah, right, making you look like a scumbag or a brainwashed. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't like being made to say that I was a brainwashed idiot, a spineless fool who was going back to the witch at the Dakota. I hate this her story. And yeah, you know what? In the afterlife, we like to keep the record straight. And if we have a good channel on the earth who can do so, like this girl right here, this Alina, I'm gonna utilize her. Hey, wasn't that fun listening to Howard on the... Yeah, Howard was on the radio this morning. Howard, stay Howard! Yeah. All you got to do is look back at the Maypang Howard Stern, those programs after his John's assassination. Hello, John. Hello, Howard. Yeah. Hello, Alf, the aloe plants. Good morning, home team. Yeah. I'm just late. Yeah, you played some crazy hellacious drums this morning. Take a rest. We're just talking. All right. So Howard was on Q104.3 this morning, wishing Jim Kerr a happy 50th anniversary as a successful New York City disc jockey. And that was nice. And you managed to bring a real story out of him about his very difficult relationship with his father. Yep. And that was very compelling radio. And you did it again, Howard. Yeah, thanks. I knew I was going to get an angle. I did not know it was going to be, but it made sense. It made sense. I think there is that element to all of us who enjoy being show. Hi, Bowie. Hello. How you doing, Dave? Yeah. May I? Yes, Howard. There is that element of always a bit when you're in show business, because you want that recognition. You want someone to say he's great, she's great. Gee, she really has something. She's special. You didn't get it. You didn't get it at home. You had to go outside. You had to go outside for your fix, right? And that's what we have in common, Lena and John and everybody. Mm-hmm. All of us who are in it to win it. Yeah. That's a good talk. And May Pang, I was going to say, you could see from her early appearances back in the 80s after John was freshly assassinated, she's coming on the show to do Dial-A-Date. She's making weird dance videos with Gabriel Byrne, acting like she's in some kind of threesome. That thing is difficult to watch. There's a video out there on YouTube. This was a girl who was desperate for her 15 minutes. And, she really got addicted to her 15 minutes with John. And she did like a dog with a bone. She didn't want to let that go. But the thing is, she didn't have anything really on her own to sustain that kind of... So it had to be talking about him endlessly. And I believe that is just her modus operandi, until further notice. And that's all there is to it for her. This is her driving force. This is what makes her very important. She was important enough for him to, he chose her. He chose her. But I didn't even choose her. No, you did, because when Yoko said, go ahead and do it, well, I'm sorry, Howard, were you there? All right, how would you like to elaborate on that for me? Can I be like a skeleton head or something? Yeah, I'll be that the red skeleton head. All right, Howard, you can be the red skeleton head. That's fine. And you and John could talk to me like that. All right, that's perfect. Yeah, we look good. John, yes, Howard. I should tell everyone out there, John loves Howard. He absolutely, well, we're like brothers almost. Yeah, we have these big noses and kind of strange features, only he's a little handsomer, I think. Howard, I always thought you were a very handsome man. Yeah, well, you're an oddball. Well, be that as it may, and I know I'm not the only woman out there who thinks that. And that is why I like you. Yeah. Hi, Robin. Hello. I'll be this one. All right. Well, now I'm going to have to turn it sideways. That's all right. Do what you have to do. Robin, you sounded great on the show again. It was so great hearing you guys on live radio. Yeah. It was so great. Yeah. I'm proud of you for the ads you're doing for the kitties, the ponies, and the foxes. That is so great. Thanks, Robin. I'll recap. Robin is the reincarnated walk-in energy of the late Lady Day, Billie Holiday. And she's my sister in radio. Yes, indeed. And Howard is my brother in radio. And John, you're a great radio personality, are you not? Oh, there's a lot of interviews out there showing me doing my stuff. Yes. All right, what do we... don't divert. Okay, this is great. You know, Howard's been dying to get back in and talk dirt about... And Maypang seems to be one of his favorite venues with where I am concerned. Well, it's salacious. Yes, it's you're right. It's a natural for these two. All right, so what's your question, Howard? And I will answer honestly, as I always do. All right. We never talked about this aspect. We've talked about a lot of things. A lot of videos on Lena's and John's page here on YouTube about the Maypang situation. Everything. We've talked about John having sex with Brian Epstein. We've talked about it all. But we're back to Maypang now. How really did that go down? It's exactly, if you read every interview by Yoko, those are the ones to go by. Don't go by May. Because although there is some truth in her telling, she is not 100% honest. She was flirting with me long before we ever got together. She came over to London as an assistant when she was very young. Alan Klein sent her over to assist me and Yoko when we were making videos. And right around the time that Imagine was made, she came over for some photo shoots and to handle props and to handle some paperwork and phone calls. And she was an administrator, you know, like a junior secretary, but she was very energetic and she loved being around rock and roll stars, and she was she played it very smart. She was very a kiss ass to Yoko in a big way, kissing her ass like big time, and she flirted with me shamelessly. Right. And were you drawn to her at that time? I had my moments where I was drawn to any young thing in a skirt. All right? That's the truth. Okay. And there were other moments where I couldn't be bothered to even look at her. Depending on my mood. If I was at I won't even say a low ebb. If I was really missing Lena and Yoko didn't give it to me that day, yeah, I'd be looking at some tail. And not just May. There are a couple of nice looking girls around at that time. I like to have a nice looking girls around. There was one Lena that looked very much like you. You could see her in the video when we were buying houses for the little island. She was a young auburn-haired assistant. Yes, I remember her. I do remember thinking that I even had an outfit like the one she was wearing in that video. Yeah. She's the same height as you and everything. Her I liked, but she was there with her old man, so respect. But I don't go there. But so May, go ahead. I'm very interested in this. So May came to Yoko's mind when we were back in New York City. Uh, well, what jump started it was during the time when Nixon. Yeah, right. You went to that political shindig after Nixon was reelected, and there was a girl there, and you were drunk, and you just took the girl into the coat room of this private party, and you had sex with this woman while Yoko sat in the other room. Right, because I was like drunk, number one, and no, actually, that's it. I was drunk. And I also didn't feel that Yoko was giving it to me enough at that time. And Yoko had a right to turn me down at that time. And the reason Yoko was turning me down was because she knew she was channeling Lena and she was getting sick of it. Okay, so there was nobody to blame. She was like, you know what, get off me. This is like not doing it for me. She was like looking at other guys because she wanted somebody, she liked different types of men too. Not that she didn't like me, but she knew the score with me and that it was a kind of a package deal with Lena. And so she said to me, you're humiliating me, John. We go to this party and you go and take this girl in the other room. I don't give a fuck if you want to go behind my back. Or you want to go out somewhere with your friends and go to a hoo house. I really don't give a shit. But do not bring me to a fucking party where we have mutual friends and take a strange woman into the coat room and be fucking her in there with me sitting in the other room. You leave me in there with Jerry Rubin and these nuts looking like a fucking moron. I won't have it. I care too much about myself to let you do that to me publicly. And she was absolutely right. I begged her forgiveness. I was disgusted with myself. As soon as I was disgusted with myself while I was doing it. What in the fucking hell am I doing? But I did it. Because I can be nuts. I'm a man, right? Lena, what did I say to you? I'm a man. A long time ago, he explained something to me. Lena, I'm a man. And we were having a similar argument, right? I'm a man. Men do shit like I could not agree more. That's why I divorced my first wife, Allison. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking cheat on her, and I don't want this to happen. I do not want this to happen. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Right? But I want to get back to May Pang. Right. So me and Yoko had a very loving conversation shortly after that outburst when she really wanted to just kick me out and say no more. But she said, I am afraid to kick you out. Do you know that? Because you're so crazy, I don't know what you're going to do. And you start drinking right away. As soon as I'm not there to fucking put the brakes on, you go to alcohol. And you, John, on alcohol are a very dangerous combination. And you're too high profile. Someone's going to take advantage of you. You're going to get killed, and people are going to blame me. Find a way to blame me again. Oh, this time it's because she kicked him out. It's going to come around to me. Look, you've told me that May flirts with you, and which I had. Boy, she would give it to me. That's what I said to Yoko. She really would give it to me, that one. And I had joked with her in the past, like, well, you don't want to fuck me tonight? Maybe I should give little hot pants over there a call. And so she said, go ahead. She said, well, listen, I have an idea. You want to travel. You want to jam with friends. There's things you want to do. There are things I want to do too. And I think that our togetherness is not working for us right now. Not just because of what you did at that party, John, but because of the way the public perceives us. We're starting to look like just like a pair of Siamese twins that it's not cute anymore. We're past the honeymoon phase, and now we have to prove ourselves as individuals. And I want to do that, and I think you want to do that too. Here's how we can do it and keep you pretty safe. We have Elliot. Okay, we're talking Elliot Mintz now, right? Public relations mogul, yes. And Yoko's best friend for all intents and purposes, really her best friend, aside from myself. Elliot was an indispensable comrade. He had media access, and he was also a very level-headed guy. He was also not a sycophant. He was a genuinely friendly, level-headed man who happened to really love Yoko. And me and him got pretty close as a result. He used to call Yoko. They'd call each other and be talking on the phone all night about all kinds of crap that I couldn't care less about. But I said, gee, you know, I said, he's really a friend. And I want a friend too like that. So we all became friends. So Yoko said, getting back to the quote unquote lost weekend, Elliot can come out there with you. He'll help. In a big way, he'll keep you on the straight and narrow. And I didn't argue with her. I knew she was right. I said, I do need help. I need someone to keep me, keep me sane. Otherwise, I don't trust myself. I don't know how to function in society. And she's right. I'll get fucked up. As it is, I did that anyway. But Ellie came along for the ride. And she said, You're gonna want to get laid. I know you. You said she would do it with you. You said you feel confident that she would do it with you. Okay, let me stop you right there. Yes, meaning May, right. And what was your initial response? I kind of was grossed out. No offense to May. I was grossed out by the suggestion. Because I was like, it's like shooting fish in a barrel, in a way, for me. And it feels very much beneath me. I was serious. And I felt it seemed very much beneath Yoko as well. I said, do you want me to just, like, go to her and fucking just start, come on, baby, let's go? Because I don't know how that sits with me. I don't feel that would be respectful to any of us, mostly because of the public, how it is perceived, but also how I feel about myself and how I feel about Yoko and how we feel about May. She's kind of a bystander here. She's kind of a dope, socially kind of a dope. She's young. So Yoko said, how about this? She really respects me. I'll call her in and I'll say, listen, you and John should get together. Because I'm not really interested in him right now. We're going through a very rough patch. And it was no secret. Everybody in the inner circle could see it. They all knew about what happened at Jerry Rubin's party. Everybody knew that there was a problem. And she said, Yoko said, I will make it very clear to May that this is a temporary thing, but he just needs an escort and a secretary, a live-in secretary, to accompany him to California and wherever else he needs to go to do recording work and to do whatever else he needs to do to pursue his own projects for a few months. And I think you should go with him. And if he wants to sleep with you, I want you to know that it's all right with me. All right. That is very close to what I've heard from Yoko. Yes. It's also sort of close to what I've heard from May Pang. Well, yes, that's the same story. The only, I guess, the difference would be is that she really got perked up about it. May was very excited about it, and she was all for it. But she didn't say so to Yoko. But Yoko said, well, Yoko's here. All right, Yoko. A woman knows. Hello. Hi. Yoko. Hello, Robin. Hello, Howard. They're friends now, by the way, Robin and Howard and Yoko. Yeah, I know. It's tenacious, but it's there. Tenacious, yeah. Go ahead. Yoko, please. A woman knows a woman's reaction, and she was very excited about it. And she tried to act like she was shocked, but you could tell that she couldn't wait to get it going. And she tell Howard, yes, Howard, yes. Yes, Lynn, go ahead, Howard. Yoko, did you tell her? Did she tell you? She says that she tells everyone that you said, no, no, I don't want to do it. She did not say that. No. Yoko is saying here and now that May did not say no. She did not say that. What were her exact words? She said, I will do whatever I can do to help because I really care about you both. That's what she said. Yes. Okay, so John, oh, okay. Thank you, yes. And that's it. And I said thank you. Then I went back and I told John, it's a go. If you want to do it, she'll do it. And John looked at me like, oh my God, I can't believe this is really gonna happen. This is kind of weird, but all right. Okay, if everybody's on board. Okay. Robin, did you have a question? I did have a question. When May, when she was in the elevator, oh, okay. Robin's taking my question. Yes. I want to get a question. Okay. May tells this story. It's a very famous story when John was in the elevator with her. That's when he first attacked her. He grabbed her in an elevator and forced a kiss on her. John, did that happen? No, it did not happen that way. Our first interaction was in the studio. She was brushing up against me. She was brushing up against me. This is a revelation because she tells everyone, yes, she was coming on to me. John, she was. And I'll tell you, I wasn't getting it from anywhere at the time. You know? And Mother gave me clearance and I was like, all right, she wants it. And boy, does she want it. Right. That's the thing. This is Lena. Yeah. That's the thing about her stories all the time. Like, she was a 22-year-old girl when all this started happening. I think of myself when I was a 22-year-old girl. I really let men know when I liked men. Right. And I have no doubt in my mind that girl knew what she was doing 100%. And that has always sounded like a bullshit story to me. Like John chased me and he pushed his way into me and I was like, no, she definitely, there's more to this story. She's acting like she was like an innocent victim. And the other thing is she waits to tell this fucking story right after he's dead. She writes this book about how John just had to get in her pants and he just had to be with her. Right. Yeah, she came on to me, and sure, I could have said, hey, what are you doing? Don't be so pushy, whatever. But I was a young man. People forget how young I was. 30 is young. 33 is young, right? Exactly. Yeah, 33 is really young for a guy. Plenty horny. Plenty. They never lose that, right? And, Robin, were there any other questions? No. That always occurred to me, too. I always thought, too. You know what's funny? When you watch the old videos of Robin in the studio with May Pang, yeah, you could see that May Pang is very intimidated by Robin and they don't really relate to each other well. And also, I just see the look on your face, Robin. you just look at her so appraisingly, like, I've got your number. You see that? Yeah. You're very polite, you're very pleasant, but you're just like, sure, May, sure, yeah. And yeah, go ahead, Howard. All she could like to talk about is how John could never wait to rip her clothes off. And she loves telling people that story. And another thing that's very interesting, Lena, I know you've noticed it too, is if you look at any of the body language in many photographs of John and May Pang, he never holds her hand. He never has his arm around her. He's never danced with her. There's never that closeness that you ever saw with either of his wives, that he had that, you saw him with Cynthia, the arm around her, holding hands. You saw, God knows we saw plenty of him in Yoko. With May Pang, it was always like she was something to be embarrassed or ashamed about. And that's what I always see in all those pictures. There's even one picture out there of her sitting on his lap, but he looks completely embarrassed and he's all hands off. And she's kind of on the edge of the seat and looking kind of uncomfortable too. It's a weird picture. Um, the body language says it all, right? Okay, so here we go. Yeah. And that's all there really is to say. And then it just kept getting heavier and heavier with her because I started feeling really responsible for her well-being because I knew it wasn't going to ultimately go anywhere. And I was like, Jesus Christ, this has got to come to an end. And it's not going to be happy for her. And I felt bad. Yeah. I felt bad. Well, that is a very, I think this has been a good interview. Yes, it was. And I think that dream about the little retarded kid, yeah, I mean, I think that's not so far off the mark. And Lena, it says a lot that you really feel compassion for her. You've come a long way too. I know that's been kind of an issue, an ongoing issue, because she's always bringing out more stories and like the most recent one that that really got me mad. Yeah, the most recent one that she brought out, which John says is a total lie, is that she claims that John called her when he found out that Yoko was having a baby, when Yoko was pregnant with Sean, that John called May Pang to tell her, "Oh, I wish this was going to be your baby with me and not my baby with Yoko." That's a lie. And 37. That's a lie. That's a bald-faced lie. Yeah, because she gets brave. With each one of her public appearances, there's less and less people who are going to come up against her and say he wouldn't say that. And she just sees how far she can go. And that really annoyed me because it's like, hey, my wife is still alive, and so is my son, by the way. Oh, again, that's a brilliant album. Yes, Howard, thank you. That's a brilliant album. Everybody check out. I got to listen to it again. Sean Lennon's Asterisms. Absolutely amazing album. And Julian has some great work that he's been doing, some great radio work too. Oh, I'm getting weak from this chat. Yeah, we're going to take a break in a little while. But thanks for talking about this. And it's great having you all with us again, Howard and Robin. Yeah. This is always very interesting. And I guess I'm going to be seeing something from May pretty soon. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made this such a big get-together this morning. Yeah. But Howard and Robin always get to the root of the May Pang shit there because they got to experience her firsthand in the studio. And they've always spoken to me about what they use the word opportunist. She's just an opportunist who happened to sleep with one of the most famous men in the world. And, people just like her look. I don't know. They like her attitude. Maybe they like her Queens, New York accent, which I feel like she puts that on more than she should. Do you think so, John? Oh, God. She just thought she was charming the pants off everyone. Well, who's here? Mick Jagger is here. Yeah. Yeah, she tells a story about me in that too. Right, what was the story, Mick? If you don't mind. Well, she kind of makes it sound like I flirted with her. She makes it sound like George Harrison flirted with her. None of us flirted with her. Not, the most we would say is, "Oh, you're looking pretty tonight," or whatever, and she always makes everything sound much more, involved. The only person she doesn't dare talk about that like that with is Harry. Yeah, Harry. Hi, Nelson. Hey, we had problems, me and her. She doesn't talk about me all that much. Right. She doesn't talk about me all that much. Why do you think that? Because I get the feeling like she knows better. I had problems with her. I had problems with her. She was a bit of a school marm, and as John would say, a bossy pants, right? And trying to use her feminine wiles in you know, not such pleasant ways, really. And hi David Cassidy she's a terrible flirt, really, yeah, terrible flirt. But so I can vouch for John. Hi David, hey, how are you teen idol, you? Let's do an outro with David Cassidy. How's that, John? It's great. I'll meet you halfway. It's better than no way. There must be some way to get together. The hell was that? I'm looking for your commercials. Me too. I'll meet you halfway. All right, let's try another one. All right. Traveling along is a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy. We had a dream, we go traveling together. We spread a little loving and we keep moving on. Something always happens whenever we're together. We get a happy feeling when we're singing a song. Traveling along is a song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. We'll make you happy. We'll make you happy. Yay! Everybody get happy! Meow, 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 meow! What are we going for? 42, 42. A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy. We'll make you happy.